Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name's Jason. We're going to go through a gentle flow today. Do everything at your own discretion, please, okay? Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean that your postures are going to look the same, okay? I'm going to try to cue things where this is not how you should feel because everything feels different than for everybody else. So do everything at your own discretion. Enjoy the way that you move. Have fun with the way that you move, and do it at your best ability, okay? So start anywhere onto your mat. Feet about a shoulder's distance apart, usually about 2 fists width or so. And take a look down at your feet and see if you can line up the edge of your heel with the edge of your pinky toe or the outside edge of your foot. Usually we're either kind of pigeon-toed out a little bit or in. And kind of lift up all your toes up off the floor and spread them out as much as you can. See if you can get a little bit of mat in between each toe. You can reach to the crown of your head and take a nice big deep breath in all the way from the low belly and follow that breath all the way through the crown of the head. And then follow it all the way back down as well, please. We're just going to kind of take a couple deep breaths in and out here. Just kind of bring ourselves center into the moment. And your next deep breath in, reach your arms all the way over top of your head, please. Keeping your arms beside your shoulders or beside your ears, and just kind of start to move your shoulders around. You can wiggle your hands, shake your fingers, move your head. You can even move your legs back and forth if you choose. On your next deep breath in, reach those fingers all the way up nice and high, and then in your next exhale, start to bend your knees. Now bend them as much as you have to and bring your hands down towards the floor. And you can let your head hang, belly can rest down onto the thighs. Good. Now nobody says you have to have straight legs here, so I need to kind of relax the head, the back of the neck. Elongate the spine. And then take those hands towards the top of the mat, please. Start to step your feet towards the back of the mat. Again, knees can remain bent. And start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Now you want to kind of take a upside down V shape with the body here. And kind of push into the center of the palm. Almost pushing your shoulders away from your wrists. Now, nobody says you have to have straight legs in down dog here either, okay? So you can keep your knees bent as much as you'd like. Keeping the hips lifting up towards the ceiling. You can straighten your legs at any time if you choose, or keep them bent. It's completely up to you. First posture, we'll come into a plank. Shoulders over top of the wrists, spine pushing up towards the ceiling. Your knees can be lifted, or please feel free to lower them down towards the floor. And try to get your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You want to tuck your pelvis in here a bit. And then from there, start to lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Keep your elbows in beside you as much as you can. Lower your chest all the way down. You can point your toes out behind you, grounding down the tops of the feet. And then start to lift your chest up towards the ceiling here, please. Don't just lift with the gaze. Keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed. Shoulders down away from the ears. Again, the tops of the toes can be pushing down into the mat, helps reduce the clenching in the glutes, which releases the low back. Good. Lower all the way back down, please. And then start to push into your hands, bringing yourself all the way up. And we'll start into our child's pose. So you can let your hips come down towards your heels. Keep your arms engaged, so elbows up off the mat. Deep breath in and out here, letting the belly expand down onto the thighs, the back of the ribs pushing up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, start to lift your hips all the way up, curl your toes, and come all the way back into that downward facing dog, please. Again, knees bent or legs straight, it's completely up to you. And when you're ready, we're going to take our right foot and step it all the way up in between our hands. So try to get it up in between your hands or towards the top of the mat as much as you can, please. You have an option to either lower the left knee down or push the back of that left knee up towards the ceiling. We're going to take our shoulders over top of our hips. Now, the more you have that back leg engaged, the better balance you should have. So start to lift all the way up into your crescent lunge, shoulders stacked over top of the hips. Gently draw the ribs in a little bit, keeping the core engaged, and then reach those arms beside your ears. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. Focus on your breath. Good. And then we'll come all the way back out of that. So you can take your hands back down either side of your right foot. Step that right foot all the way back. Down dog. And then step the left foot up, please. Again, to the top of the mat as much as you can. Shoulders come up over top of the hips. Arms beside the ears. Notice how you feel, where you're able to ground, where you're able to lift. Holding for about 3 to 5 breaths. Lowering back down and stepping all the way back into your downward facing dog again, please. From there, we'll flow into our plank. You can lower onto the knees, lower down onto the chest. Baby cobra, lifting up, relaxing the muscles in the back of the neck. Releasing back down, and then making your way all the way back into your child's pose. So that's going to be the first postures of our sequence, and we're going to add a little bit of a posture each time, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into our crescent lunge on our right side, and this time we're going to add a posture as well here. So when you're ready, curl your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Again, hold for anywhere from 3 to 5 breaths. When you're ready, step that right foot up in between your hands, ground down into the feet, and you can leave that left knee down onto the floor if you choose. Bring your arms up beside your ears. Hold. And this time we'll transition over into a warrior two. So you'll drop that left heel coming to the inside edge of your left foot. Start to rotate your shoulders over towards the side of the mat. Make sure you can still ground down through the outside edge of that left foot, please. Sink your hips as much as you can. I'm gonna give your arms a little shake, even your shoulders. Again, you want to feel engaged, but you don't want to be holding on or gripping anywhere. Bend that front knee as much as you'd like. Try not to reach forward too much, okay? So shoulders stacked over top of the hips. Head over top of the shoulders. Wonderful. Arms come back up beside your ears. Rotate your shoulders back towards the front of the mat. So warrior one, lift up that back heel, place the hands down on either side of your foot, and step all the way back into your down dog. Same thing on the other side. When you're ready, left foot comes up, arms beside your ears. Good. Drop your right heel, opening up into your warrior two. Again, relaxing the shoulders, the jaw. Lifting up that back heel, rotating your shoulders to the front of the mat again. Arms beside your ears. And then lift up that back heel, taking the hands down on either side of your foot, stepping all the way back. Down dog, please. Plank. Lower the knees or keep them lifted. Chaturanga. Elbows come beside the ribs. Up dog. So toes curled or on the tops of the feet. It's up to you. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest lifts. And back into your down dog. We're going to add another posture this time. So when you're ready, right foot comes up, steps in between your hands. Shoulders over top of the hips. Arms beside your ears. Hold for a few breaths. Warrior two, drop the left heel, lower the arms to shoulder height. Hips rotate to the side, shoulders to the side. And this time we'll transition into our triangle pose. So straighten that front knee. Start to reach your right hand out in front of you as much as you can. Create as much length through the right side of the body as you can. And then keeping that length, lower the hand down either onto your shin, on the inside edge of the leg, or your fingertips down onto the floor, but don't compress through the right side of the body. Try to keep as much length here as you possibly can. Nobody says you have to touch the floor. If you have a block handy, you can use that as well. And your gaze can be down towards the mat or up towards your left hand, whatever your balance allows. Good. Coming back into our warrior two, bend that front knee. Reach the arms out. Warrior one, rotate the hips and the shoulders. Lift up the back heel, crescent lunge. Hands down on either side of your foot. Step back, down dog. And switch sides. Left foot in between the hands this time. Remember, you're only getting stronger. Lift your arms up. And as you begin to go through the postures, you start to memorize them a little bit more, and you should almost have to think less about the transitions and just let the body move naturally. Take a moment in each posture just to get some grounding. Straighten your front leg. We'll go into a triangle pose on the left side. Hand down onto the shin. Fingertips on the floor. Maybe your hand down onto a block. Warrior two when you're ready. Warrior one. Crescent lunge. And down. Step back. Down dog. And we'll take a little plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, in between. Good. Now we're going to add another posture here, okay? When you're ready, right foot in between your hands, arms up beside your ears. Warrior 2. Straighten the leg, Trikonasana. Breathe. Take a moment. And this time you'll bend that front knee. We're going to go and do an exalted warrior. So left hand will come down towards your left foot. Right arm will come up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be either up towards your right hand or down towards your left foot. It's completely up to you. Lots of length through the right side. Good. And then back into your warrior 2, warrior 1, crescent lunge, hands come down, step back, down dog. You take a break whenever you need it. Left foot, lift, release, warrior 2. Again, taking a moment there, shoulders and hips to the side of the mat. Straighten your front leg, reach the left hand out. Lower it down, lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Make a little triangles everywhere in your body. Exalted warrior. Right hand releases, left hand lifts. Front knee bends as much as you choose. Back into your warrior 2. Lift up the heel. Rotate the shoulders. Lower the hands. Step back, down dog. We'll go through our plank. Chaturanga, cobra, or up dog. And back into a down dog. Perfect. Now we got one more posture we're going to add to our sequence here. You can do this when you're ready. Right foot in between your hands, all the way into your crescent lunge. Good. Again, you know where we're going with this, so you can start to just flow with your breath at your own pace. Triangle, exalted warrior, front knee bends, left hand down, right hand rises. Now this time we're going to come into an extended side angle. So you can take your right elbow down onto your knee, reach the left hand forward, or if you'd like, take the right hand down the inside edge of the right foot. Bend that right knee as much as you like. Left arm straight beside the ear, chest opening up to the side of the mat. Warrior 2, warrior 1, crescent lunge, hands down on either side of your foot, back to down dog. Left side when you're ready, please. Step that left foot up. Arms beside your ears. Drop that right heel, warrior 2. Good. Straighten your front leg. Reach the left hand out. Trikonasana. Triangle pose, please. Again, don't worry about if you're doing it right. Just notice how it feels. Okay, you feel engaged. Bend that front knee. Take the right hand back and lift the left hand all the way up into your exalted warrior. Deep breath in and out. And then come into your extended side angle. So elbow down onto the knee or fingertips onto the mat. Reach that arm beside the ear. Back into your warrior 2 when you're ready. Warrior 1, crescent lunge. Hands down on either side of your foot. Step back, down dog. Plank, chaturanga, either knees lifted or on the mat. Cobra or up dog. And all the way back to down dog. Now we're going to go through this one more time on either side, putting all those postures together. Again, you know where you're going. Right foot in between the hands. Just allow yourself to flow. Warrior 2. Triangle. Exalted warrior, bending that front knee, taking the left hand down, lifting the right hand all the way up. Lots of expression here. Extended side angle, elbow on the knee or hand down onto the mat. Reaching that left hand forward. Coming back out the same way we started. Warrior 2. Crescent lunge. Back to our down dog. One more time on the other side. Foot in between the hands, shoulders over the hips. Come down into your warrior 2, dropping that right heel, bending that front knee. Again, relaxing the shoulders, the face. Moving into your triangle pose. Exalted warrior, bending that front knee, right hand down. Lift the left hand up. And then extended side angle. Either elbow onto the knee, hand down onto the mat. Reaching the arm forward. Good. Warrior 2. Crescent lunge. Heel lifted. Hands on either side of your foot. Down dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Hold. Lower your knees. Come into a child's pose. Walk your hands in towards you. Bring your shoulders over top of your hips if it's okay, and your knees. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel the connection to the mind, the body, the breath, the light of the soul. Thank you for joining me for this quick vinyasa sequence. Do those postures or those set sequence for as long as you like. And just remember, have fun. Bye for now.